Hey, so I started this YouTube channel a little while ago, a couple of years ago. It's mostly like a way to just document what I've been doing, sending it to family and make some drum covers, that kind of thing. But I'm going to college in about a month, and so I think it's time to change it up, get a little bit more real with it, and just have fun. So I'm kind of gearing this towards almost like a scrapbook of just like all the things that I do throughout college. I'll be vlogging, I'll be doing more drum covers, and I'll just be like having fun with this. So as part of going to college, one of the things that I've always dreamed of doing that I finally have the ability to do now is to really kind of create my dream cymbal setup. I play all Zildjian cymbals. I've always played Zildjian cymbals, and there were a couple things in my setup that were missing, and now that I'm going to college, I have this ability to now go and pick out some of the sounds that I was missing from my setup and really gear it towards like what I'm going to be doing for the next 4 years of my life. So I'm about to show you guys what I currently have and what I was missing a little bit, and then we'll get to the fun part and unbox some new Zildjians. So my current setup I've loved and I've played for a very long time, and I really enjoy these cymbals, but there are some key things that I was missing, especially for the kind of music that I'm going to be playing. So to start off, I have this beautiful pair of K-Custom special dry hi-hats. I love the way these cymbals sound. They're super chonky, super dry, super dark, and they really sit under the mix, and they do a really good job of supporting the groove. But they're kind of a one-sided deal, you know what I mean? Like a one-sided dice. They're really good for some pretty specific applications and not so great for others. So I got a new pair of hi-hats, but love these. I love playing them. They feel great, and this is what they sound like up on the stand. So next, I have a couple crashes. I'm a big fan of big crashes. So I have this A medium thin crash. It's an 18-inch. It's not an A custom, just an A. It's very bright, very warm, cuts through the mix really well, and it's very good for that kind of deal. So I love this cymbal. But I don't find myself using it as much as my tastes have kind of branched off into the darker K range. So great cymbal to have in your arsenal for a lot of different purposes. This is a great recording cymbal. So found myself using that one less now, but still a great cymbal. And here's what it sounds like on the stand. Okay, next up, I have another 18-inch crash cymbal. This is a beautiful K Custom special dry crash. This is my statement in and out crash. It gets in there, it's really trashy, you can bash on it all day. It's very, very thin, has beautiful hammering, but very, very short sustain. So found myself using this one a lot. I love the way this crash sounds. It's just a great piece to have in any arsenal of sounds. So it's a beautiful instrument, and here's what it sounds like on the stand. So next two cymbals are both 20-inch ride cymbals. So they're smaller ride cymbals, and they're both A's. So they're both brighter. They both cut through the mix really well. We're starting off with a brilliant finish, a custom sizzle ride. But as you can see, all 6 rivets are missing. And even though it sounded really, really good with the rivets in, it actually, for me, I feel like sounds better without the rivets. It's, you know, for being an A custom, it's a little bit quieter, which I like. And this is the ultimate crash ride for me. Really big bell, really, really nice bell sound. I can bash it all day and it opens up really, really nicely. And then I can bash it and get right down to business with those little tiny short staccato and quick notes. And it will just settle right down into those notes. And so I love this ride. I love playing it. This is like the perfect ride for me, and it has done me so well over the years. So here's how it sounds on the stand, the A Custom 20-inch sizzle ride. And last but not least, in my current setup, I have another 20-inch ride. This is a 20-inch vintage A ride. I have not been able to date this yet. I don't even know where to start in terms of dating it, but it's a beautiful A ride with 4 rivets, and they're all copper rivets. And I found this at a guitar store, and they were selling it for super cheap, and it was very crummy, very cruddy, but it sounded great, and they just wanted to get rid of it. It looked like kind of a dirty cymbal, so they sold it for cheap. 1 coat of cymbal polish, and this thing brightened right up. I love the way this sounds. This is, you know, being a vintage cymbal, obviously heavier by today's standards. This would be more of a ping ride, but it sounds beautiful, and I love playing this thing. And here's what it sounds like on the stand. So now's the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to unbag my new dream Zildjian Cymbal setup. Shout out to Tackle Instrument Supply Company for this beautiful leather cymbal bag. This thing is awesome. It has backpack straps, beautiful leather carry handle, really strong zipper, and pocket for your hi-hats, and even this nice lower pocket for your Snickers bars. So here we go. Let's start off with the hi-hats. So as you saw before, my main pair of hi-hats that I was playing are the K Custom Special Dry hi-hats. So I wanted something that had the darkness and the warmth of the K line, but was just a little bit brighter and less trashy. And I found a beautiful pair of 14-inch K Constantinople hi-hats. These things are beautiful. They sound absolutely incredible. I am so excited to play these. The lathing and the finish is gorgeous. The little tiny imperfections in the lathing just make these stand out. And you know, more important than how they look, they sound amazing. So I am really excited to get those on the kit and to show you those. So here's what these sound like raw, just on a stand. I'll show you a demo video later of all these cymbals being played on the kit, but we'll just give these to you raw right now. Okay, so now we're getting into the fun stuff. I have 3 ride cymbals and 1 crash cymbal here. My 2 crash cymbals right now that I've alternated between for a while are a thin crash, not the A custom, just the A, and that's 18 inches, and I have an 18-inch K custom special dry crash. The dry crash is really short sustain. It's in and out very quickly. It's very trashy and very dark. And I love that crash. That's what I have currently on my setup. And then that A, it's very bright, records really well. So I use that for a lot of fusion, a lot of rock. I wanted something kind of in between the trashy, dark, special dry crash and the brighter A thin crash. And so when I was at the Drum Center, I came across this beautiful 19-inch K paper thin crash. These crashes are less than 2 weeks old. They just came out from Zildjian the time that I'm recording this video. And this is like the perfect balance between that trashy, dark, dry crash and that a little bit brighter A crash. I needed something that still had the darkness of a K, but that had a warmth of more of like a. So these Ks are beautiful. I love the sound of the cymbal, and they look fantastic. And as a fan of big crashes, this 19 is going to be so amazing for my sound and my setup. So here it is, raw on the cymbal stand. Okay, so next cymbal. This is one of the 3 ride cymbals I picked up. My other 2 ride cymbals are both A's, so they're a little bit brighter. So I wanted all K's, and because I have 2 20-inch ride cymbals, I wanted to go with bigger rides. So all 3 rides are 22 inches. We're starting off with one of the most controversial Zildjians. This is a K Constantinople 22-inch bounce ride. It weighs about 2,500 grams, 2,532. And there are a couple of reasons why I picked this ride. Number one, it's a little bit louder, and the hammering and the lathing is more conducive of a K custom, or even just a K, which is why it's a little bit more controversial, because it doesn't quite belong in the Constantinople line. But this is a beautiful sounding cymbal. It's a little bit louder. And this is my play fast, go hard cymbal. So if I'm playing something really, really quick, a lot of notes all at once, this is my go-to. Biggest reason why I chose this ride cymbal too is because of the bell sound. I love the way this bell sounds. It has a much bigger bell than all of the other Constantinople cymbals, so it's much louder than all of the other Constantinoples in the line. But I love having a nice crisp bell sound, and that this cymbal gives me that. We can also see that there's a little bit wider lathing, and these really unique cluster hammers, which I'll show you up close. And it gives it a very, very distinct sound. It's very rich and warm, but also has the darkness of a K, and that's one of the biggest things that I was looking for with this cymbal. So 22-inch K Constantinople bounce ride, and here it is on the stand. All right, so next cymbal is another 22-inch ride cymbal. I was looking at the K-Custom Special Dry Ride, the 23-inch. When I was at Drum Center of Portsmouth, I came across this and I fell in love. This is a K-Custom high definition ride, 22 inches. This is an incredibly gorgeous cymbal. Lots of different colors. The unlathed finish is gorgeous. There's some tans, some blacks, some reds. There's even a lot of green and blue just in the finish of the cymbal. It's absolutely gorgeous and it sounds amazing. It's a little bit pingier, a little bit more dry than some of the other cymbals. I saw a great drummer, Will Kennedy, playing one of these, which kind of piqued my interest in maybe trying one of them out. And lo and behold, fell in love. And there it is, the 22-inch K-Custom high definition ride, unlathed, front and back. Doesn't have a weight written on it because it's a K-Custom, but sounds gorgeous. So here it is up on the stand. And the fourth and final cymbal is, you guessed it, another 22-inch ride cymbal. This is a cymbal that I thought I was going to hate, tried it, and loved. This is probably one of the best sounding ride cymbals, in my opinion, out there. And it is a 22-inch K Constantinople medium, thin, low ride cymbal. So when I was looking and doing my research on what I wanted to get, I was looking at the medium thin highs, and I was really worried to look at the lows because in some of the videos that I had heard, it felt like they were, bottoming it out a lot, and they were very, very buttery, very gushy almost. And so I was worried that with the medium thin low, it wasn't going to have as much stick definition, and I wasn't going to like it a lot. And then when I tried it and I compared the medium thin high and the medium thin low, with this cymbal in particular, this was really more of a mid-range. Even though it says low, it was not nearly as low pitch as I thought it was going to be. It had a ton of stick definition. I could play quiet and quick and it wouldn't bottom out and gush out on me. And I was really, really impressed and really surprised when I came across this cymbal. And that's the thing with these really high-end Zildjians, like the K Constantinople line, the Keropi line, even maybe the Avidus line, is that you can watch as many YouTube videos as you want, but every single cymbal has their own personality, and every single cymbal sounds incredibly different. Even though the name might say medium thin low, might not necessarily mean that the cymbal itself is that low pitched, and that's kind of what I found with this cymbal. And the video that I found on YouTube that really surprised me was a video of the great drummer Antonio Sanchez of the Pat Metheny group. And he had 2 or 3 of this exact cymbal, the medium thin lows on his kit. And same size, all 22s, and they all sounded like completely different cymbals. You would not even know that they're in the same series. And so all of these cymbals are incredibly unique. They all have their own sound. For those of you that want to know the weight, it's 2,400 grams, about 2,500 grams, 2,471 to be exact. Beautiful finish. I love the imperfections and the laving of some of these Constantinoples, and it's like one of my favorite, like best sounding ride cymbals out there. So here it is on the stand. Big shout out to Drum Center of Portsmouth for helping me find my dream Zildjian cymbal setup. I am so happy with what I got. The people at Drum Center were so incredibly nice. Shout out to Max for walking me through some of these cymbals and just helping me find exactly what I was looking for college and beyond. I'm overjoyed with what I came out with, and you guys were amazing. Big shout out to Drum Center of Portsmouth. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see my journey for the next at least 4 years through college, when I'm playing, what I'm doing, when I'm hanging out. And I'm going to be vlogging a lot. I'm going to be doing drum covers. I'm going to be showing you my performances. I just think this is a super cool and fun way to document my life for the next 4 years. And so that's kind of what I'm going to turn this channel into. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something about some of these cymbals. If any of you were thinking about looking at them, my biggest piece of advice is to go in person, especially for a lot of these more expensive handmade Zildjians. You really want to try them out because you could watch 5 different videos of the same cymbal and they will all sound different. So you got to be there in person to find what you like. Obviously, with some of the mid-range Zildjians and other things, online is a wonderful resource. Even if you were only going to buy online, there are so many amazing resources for you to go through. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Demo is coming soon.